I love doing these Monday streams. Because I feel like I love interacting more with my amazing community. They're really very supportive and very sweet. So we'll see what today brings. I guess evening brings. So yeah, I definitely know I'm not. It's not going to be like last stream, which was last year. Um, last Monday stream. Yeah, it's not going to be like that. That was, yeah, a lot. So we'll see. Oh, hello to whoever came in. I'm doing okay. Tired a little bit. I was helping my dad shovel the snow, and yeah, so I'm tired from that. But other than that, I wish it would stop snowing, but I can't really control that. I have no control over that. How are you doing? Also, if anyone, for people that don't know, there is a new poll up for yeah, it's snowing. It snowed a good amount yesterday, and yeah, and it's now re-snowing. So hopefully, everything we cleared up doesn't have to have to be severely reshoveled. But so you're not supposed to go back to the 13th, but you had to go in today. I can imagine you are exhausted. Oh yeah, like I was saying, there's a poll up to decide what topic. There's two different topics to choose for my birthday stream that will be on not this Friday, but next Friday because my birthday is next week, next Friday. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know because I don't like becoming another odd number. I just It's a thing. Oh, hello. No. Wait, but why'd you have to go in today if you're not supposed to work until next week? No, thank you. I want to talk about that in here. Block. For sure, Nick. This week's stream is not gonna be like last Monday's. I'm for sure making sure, which means I'm not adding. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about next. I don't know how I feel about I don't know how I feel about next Friday. It's a mix. I don't know. I don't feel excited about it. I mean, I'm glad I've made it to another year, but I don't feel excited about 2033. I don't really care if I'm over 30. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with turning another odd number. Not If I was turning even, it would be fine, but because it's odd, I don't like odd numbers, so that's not. I'm not really happy about it. But right now, it looks like in the lead is for that birthday stream. Looks like 33 fun facts about me is in the lead, but and by a significant amount, which is actually kind of I don't know. I kind of thought, am I colored? Who People actually use the word colored still? I didn't know people use the word colored. If anyone can't notice, I am African American, and I don't like the word colored. It sounds racist, but okay. Um, you said it's like the number three twice. I know it's your lucky number, but I don't like three because three just sounds unfinished. Four is better because it means each thing has a pair. I'm not sorry. I'm glad that's your lucky number though. Yeah. So what do you guys want to do in this stream? You said to you it's parent. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't like it. The plus one is the part I don't like. The pair is fine. The plus one is what I don't like. Um, that's why I don't like it. It's kind of like when you have socks and you lose one of the socks you have. Like if you have a pair of socks, it's two, and then you lose one, it becomes single. And I don't. No, it ain't. It's just not gonna work. I don't. I know it sounds odd, but I don't really care. I just like even numbers. You said you always like having a spare. I'm glad you like that. I don't like it. I don't like having a spare. I need completion. That's not completion. The spare means it's not complete. That's just my thought. I just hope what happened last week doesn't happen this week because that was like intense last week. That made me like have a meltdown on stream, and yeah, that's I plan on not letting that happen again. It's weird that this is the first live stream of the year, like at least the Monday ones. Um, but yeah, you won't let it happen. I'm for sure. I'm not gonna let it happen because that means if someone asks me to be a mod and keeps asking, it means I don't. I'm not pushing. I'm not gonna put someone I don't know as a mod ever again. That's what's gonna happen. Even if they ask me 1,000 times or a lot of times. Yeah. I wonder if Chill and Jason will be in the stream. We'll see. But yeah. And we're also getting closer to 1,200 subscribers, which is actually insane. What's my favorite number? I don't have one. Um, Good question. I don't have one. Uh, I never thought. I was telling my mom I never thought I'd make it into my 30s. I thought I'd die before I got to this age. So I'm surprised that I'm actually going to be 33 in literally 11 days. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a mixed thing. Not because I'm past 30. It's just I don't like. I told someone I said I wish I could skip over all of the odd numbers and go to the evens. Like instead of being 33, go 34, 36, 38, 40. Skip over the odd numbers. Um. Oh, and thanks for the compliment, Aisha. I think that's how you say your name. And if I said it wrong, my bad. Sorry. Um. I'm glad you're excited, Nick. That makes me happy. Um, I'm trying to think. Is there anything? Oh yes, The Rookie is coming back on Tuesday. I'm excited to watch that again. I don't know. I feel like getting older is a mixed bag. Either you like it or hate it. I don't really. I'm indifferent to it, I guess. Because some people don't go make sure their age. They say they stay permanently 30 or permanently 29, which technically is not a thing because you can't be permanently 29 if you actually advance a year unless you die. But like if you're 29 and you have another birthday, you're 30. Let's just be real with that. That's not how they say. There was a time when you didn't think you'd make it to 30, but years as the years go on. But yeah, I definitely agree that each day is precious. I don't think I always understood that, but I do now. And I feel like ever since my grandmother died back in 2017, I realized each day is precious because not everyone, let's be honest, not everyone makes it to the next day. Honestly, I was talking to my aunt, I think it was Friday. It was Friday or Saturday, one of those days. I think it might have been Saturday, whatever. My point is, it was one of those days, Friday or Saturday. And we had talked about her mom, which is also was my grandmother. And I was crying because I was thinking about things, and oftentimes when I think back, particularly when I think about the death and stuff and her death and stuff, I get upset. But there's reasons behind that, which I ain't going into, but because I'm not gonna cry again. But the point is, I think I took each day for granted before I realized that of course, I know people are going to die. It's not the point. But I don't think I took it as seriously until she died because I had lost my dad's dad died when I was 6, but we weren't that close. So when he died, I was sad, but it wasn't the same sadness of when my grandmother died, in 2017. So yeah. Um, he said people died in New Orleans from the attack. What do you mean BS? My grandmother's death is not BS. If that's what you're trying to referring to. My grandmother did die. Like she's not less than people that have gotten murdered. So that's what that is. And I don't equate their lives less than hers or her life less than theirs. Um, I don't know too much about the attack, but I do hope that justice is served for those victims. Um, and I don't appreciate people coming in here assuming that anything about me when you don't know me. I've had that happen recently. Someone coming in my stream on Saturday assuming things that they didn't know, and then it seems like someone now is coming in here and they speaking on things they have no idea what they're talking about. Except for you, sometimes it's hard to process loss. It is extremely hard for me to process loss. I don't know if it's because I'm autistic. Why I feel things deeply. Do I'm not saying other people don't. I do feel like I feel them a little bit more deeper than other people do. But I don't know if that's a Mariah thing or if that's an autistic thing or something else. But can I play a song? I don't know who that is. No, can I play a song? I don't even know who that is, so no, I can't play a song, and I don't know that song. I've never heard of it. Um, like I had on Saturday, I had someone come into my live stream who doesn't even know me when I was talking about masking when it involves an autistic masking. Like they don't know anything about me and assumed that I was talking about masking like COVID masking. I'm not. They're not the same at all. Masking when you're autistic or any have any disability is not the same thing as something as the same thing as yeah. I'm not doing a flip. Um, but I don't care about likes. I don't do this for likes. Maybe that's how some people are. I've never been one to do things just for entertainment. I do things for a reason. I think a lot of people would tend to assume that I do things in the way I literally can't stand people that do things just to get attention. I'm not that kind of person. I've never have been. Because typically the people that get attention get bad attention for no reason. Um, so I don't agree with that. I don't agree that it should always be segregated and never integrated. Of course, people that are normally that have typically people that think that way have don't have an open mind. They typically are probably more likely racist, regardless of which race they are. Hold on, guys. Someone saying something rude and stuff. Like I said, the no bullying is gonna be loud in this chat, and anyone that starts bullying, they're gonna be blocked off the channel. I'm not playing because I think people think that just because I look like a sweet person that I have a right to. Hold on. I think people are trying to start to troll this channel, which is fine. They can troll it, but they'll be blocked, like I said. Disrespectful. I've had people comment on my appearance, disrespect me, like disrespect other people in this thing, and that's not happening in my not on my channel. This is my safe space and other people's safe space, and if you don't respect that, that's fine, but you'll be blocked. And I won't feel bad about it. Um, like I'm sick and tired of people either commenting on the most disrespectful things that I've had happen on this channel. Like literally in the last year, I've had people, so many disrespectful people, but there are also some awesome people come on this chat, and some people that are nasty say the most rude things. I don't even understand for no reason. Even my mom was like saying, "Why are people so being so disrespectful to you. Like someone came in this chat one time was asking me like, can I say the N word, and like why can't I say it? And I'm thinking, if you knew what that word meant, you wouldn't even want to say it. Maybe because it doesn't impact you, that's why you want to say it. And just because other people of my race decide they want to hear that word, I don't like that word. And anyone that wants to use that word will get banned off this channel. I'm not playing. Um, I literally think it's very disrespectful to anyone that wants to say that word to me and even thinks about saying it. It's really sickening to me. Um, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just, the point is, this channel, I think, because there are different people from different disabilities that come on this channel and get encouragement, and people on here, some people on here think it's okay um, to be very harming, or perceive something that they don't know about. Like, for example, I would never perceive to know everything about different people that have different disabilities. I'm only one person. But there are people that will come on here insulting other people, people that I tell them to stop doing something and they continue to do it, and then they get blocked, and they're probably mad up in their feelings. But if I tell you to stop and you keep going, that's not my fault if I block you, because I gave you a warning. You think the people that ask questions like that, yeah, they know what they're doing. They're trying, what my mom and other people say, they're trying to get me to get up in my feelings, and I don't mind getting up my feelings in particular. When I will fight for people that, I will stand up and fight for people that have been bullied, because I've been there, and I don't want anyone to go through that. Even last, one of my other streams, someone was going after one of the people, and then I called them out, and I think they left, which I'm fine about, because I don't care. Um, I'm glad you like my vibe. I'm just being myself. It can be a lot for some people. Most people don't like it. Some people do. It's a mixed bag. But you can ask me questions and I'll answer if I feel comfortable. If I don't, then I won't answer. Oh, and hi Nicholas. I'm sorry, I did see your comment. And thank you for the compliment. I don't know how to say your name. Is it Covey? Scovey? My bad if I'm saying it wrong. I don't mean to. Uh, but I do have pronunciation issues because I am dyslexic. I'm autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHD. So, um, yeah, those are. It's a mixed. I'm a mixed smorgasbord of things. I'm gonna be 33 in 11 days. Yeah. And I'm sorry if anyone felt offended about what I said, but I just don't. I'm not tolerating any bullying. But yeah. But most people that understand me get that. Some people come out of nowhere doing it. Other people are like, because I'm talking a certain way, I'm mean. I'm not being mean if I'm trying to call out someone that's bullying someone else. It's called being real. So, I mean, some people can't take it, and maybe because I was raised, I am autistic, really straightforward, but I also was raised in that way. My parents raised me to be with straightforwardness. Is halfway? I don't know. I feel like it was interesting. It went well actually. I had some good questions at the end, which I didn't actually expect. Was that the one? Yeah, there was someone that commented on something about something I didn't like, but that happens in often, and I noticed it's happened more. That's very true. If you that's very true. Knowing one autistic person just means you met one autistic person. You're very right. I'll have to think about that, Scovy. I only say that because I've had weird interactions with people online. It's not your fault, but it's been a lot. Like lately, it's been a lot. Like somebody online won't. There's this person online that's bothering me. I'm just gonna ignoring them because it's getting to a point where I'm trying to like not be mean and block them. But if I ignore them, they can't. That means they can't. I don't have to engage. I'm not engaging with that person because they're not listening. So yeah. Yeah. For anyone that is new to this channel and wants to vote on the poll that I have up for currently, that currently up for deciding the topic for my birthday streams, go ahead and do that if you want. It's under the community tab. I know I'm not very fun. I'm very direct, and people freaking hate that crap, and I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I like my directness. I don't like indirect people because then it means I have to like figure out what you're saying, and I don't like that. I know it's an autistic thing. I have boundaries. I've gotten a lot more boundaries since that thing I talked about in one of my other streams, but I'm not really discussing because it's gonna make me upset. Oh, hey, Jason, how are you? Um, you're artistic. I said autistic. I am art. Do love art though. That is not. Your motto is our motto is different. That's actually I didn't know we had a motto. Honestly, I wonder what my motto altogether would be because I'm autistic, dyslexic, and an ADHD. So like, I'm good right now. I'm tired though. I was helping my dad shovel earlier. I'm tired from that. I'm glad you could be. I'm glad you made. And also, Jason, no worries. I know you said sorry about missing the stream on Saturday. It's fine. Like you can always go back and watch it. No worries. Glad you like me a lot. I don't. I mean, I don't go past friendship on any online platform because people have sometimes have wrong motives. And some people don't. Some particularly this. Some people don't understand when a line is not to be crossed. I'm not saying everyone's like that, but I've had people think because they're my friend, they're gonna cross a line is okay. Oh, you're dyslexic too? I wonder how often it is that people are all three, autistic, dyslexic, and ADHD. I wonder how often that is. I wonder if that's quite rare, or is it more common than I think? I don't know. I just know I just call myself a smorgasbord. Yeah, I saw you what you said, Collins. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking. Um, I don't know. My brain. I'm glad you think so. I'm okay. Um, I'm just me. I mean, I used to not be myself, and I didn't used to. You said you never knowingly met anyone else with three. So I'm the only one you know that has all three. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Oh, hello. Okay, so you said the autistic. Okay, so Nick said, hold on one second. From what you learned, ADHD is more common with autism. Yeah, I knew that they also overlap. ADHD and autism can overlap. I did a live stream on that because someone suggested that topic, which is actually quite interesting. I'm not normal. Um, just because I look normal doesn't mean I am. Um, so you're dyslexic and have ADHD. And you said, Nicholas said, the autistic community's motto is different, not less. I've seen that on t-shirts actually. I didn't know there was a motto. Something I learned. Oh wow, this is interesting. I guess I'm rare then. Okay, so you said you have ADHD and autism, but not dyslexic. Well, interesting. So I'm very rare, I guess. Um, let's see. I'm not a normal person. I hate when people say that. I do have differences that make me significantly different than other people. And there's nothing wrong with being different. I embrace my disabilities. Not everyone has the feels comfortable enough to do that. I do now. I didn't always, but um I often feel it insulting when people say I'm normal when they don't know me. Just because I look normal doesn't mean I actually am. And normal is a relative term. Um, I don't think anyone is actually normal because everyone is different. And what does normal even mean? Because when a person is different, like, for example, what determines if someone is normal or not? That's the question I have for you. Um, you said different, not less, is kind of focusing on negative. Really? I don't think that. I don't personally myself. I don't think that it's focusing on the. I don't think it's negative, but that's just personal thought. I think it's more trying to say. I think when he said when that mo sorry motto is written, I think it's trying to say that basically you're different but not less than. I don't think it means like less as in I think it means you're not less of a person. That's just a thought. I don't know for a fact. I'm glad you learned stuff through the channel. I don't know if people do. Um so you're dyslexic but you don't like when people call you that or think that? Hmm. Why are you sorry? You don't need to be sorry. I mean, I've had people come on, like, I've had people comment on my video saying there's nothing wrong with you. I had someone that didn't even know me come on my channel and saying that I was insulting other people with disabilities because of what I wrote, like a question I asked, which they don't even know me from Adam. Or my point is, they don't know me from anything, and they assume just because I wrote a question means I don't have anything wrong. I had responded to their I had first responded to their comment and then I was like, yeah, I'm taking it down because they were trying to insult me through what they said, and I won't have disrespectful comments on my channel because if it insults me, most likely it's gonna insult someone else that comes on here. But that's just a thought. So you said you learned a lot. I'm glad you learned it from the channel. I didn't at first when I first started making videos for this channel. Um, I didn't know how if they would impact. Oh, I'm glad you like them. I didn't know how it would impact people. Not even just people that actually I thought more people that would watch it would be people in the community. It's been a mix of people that want to learn about disabilities and then also people that have family members with disabilities or they actually have disabilities themselves that watch these videos and the content. And I was like, okay, so it's like a mix. Oh, and nice to meet you, Nick. Not Nick B, but Nick. There's another Nick in here. Sorry, Nick B. I'm gonna have to start calling you Nick B if I see any other people with each other's names. So we got Nicholas, Nick B, and Nick. Oh, jeez. Okay, so you said that's for him. Let me see if I forgot anything. You forgot that people used to say that to you all the time, but then you stopped talking about being autistic to most people. Is that because you didn't feel comfortable, Mildred? You said people think that disabled folks aren't able to do things or have conversations that are just like you exist as regular people. Um, you don't care who's normal, just who acts right. I get that. I do understand that. You're dyslexic. Where am I from? The U.S. What's I gonna say? Yeah, I know they're all under. I know they're all under the neurodivergent umbrella. I do know that. I did a video actually. I did a video on that in the past. On it was the difference between neurotypical and neurodivergent. I think that's actually a really good video for people that don't know the difference between those topics. Like, and I think that it's really important to say like to watch for anyone that wants to learn the difference between them. I know that what makes me different is always going to be there. Like, I know people think that, well, some people think that you can just erase your disability. That's not how it works. Typically, let's be honest, with the ones I have, the disabilities I have and other people have, you can't do, this is a lifelong thing. Like, I was born with this, I'm going to die with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, whoever, like, whoever like interacts with me, if they don't get me, that's their choice. If they want to understand me, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. They can go on their way. I wasn't made to. Yeah, I know I could call myself a neurodivergent. I just don't call myself that. I'm not saying I'm not one. It's just I like saying the different things because I don't mind self diagnosis because particularly because it's very expensive to get a diagnosis. I know people are going to hate me. Some people hate me. Some people like me for saying that. Um, I tried to get my own, and like so it was really difficult. And I was about to try to get a diagnosis for being autistic myself. I did an intake, but the lady who was going to give it to me was making it so stressful. I couldn't do it. Like, and that's the one thing I don't think they take into account when you're doing, especially when you're doing it as an adult. It's a lot harder to get. I didn't realize that. My mom, I remember when we did testing for my college accommodation, she just assumed because she didn't know, and I didn't know back then, that when you take those tests for college, like for the particularly for college accommodations, that they don't, not like everyone that tests you actually has the accreditations for like different disabilities. The one I took, the lady who tested me for my college accommodation, she just had I think her certifications were in ADHD and learning disability. Of course, we know dyslexia is a learning disability. It's a reading one, but and of course it affects the writing. But like for those, so I was reading through the paperwork and I did different videos on this. Did different videos on that, and oh yeah, also when I was trying to get find a person to test me for getting like figuring out if I was autistic. I already had suspected it. I wasn't certain. I suspected it like maybe about when I started, actually around the time where I started my Twitter account, which was 2019 or something. I suspected I was autistic because I kept encountering people that were similar to me. I often used to say, like, this is what I used to say before I realized I was autistic. I always knew I was dyslexic. I used to say things are Mariah things because I didn't have anyone to ever equate it to. So I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is a Mariah thing. I just do this because I'm like this. So yeah, I did videos on. Hold on, guys. I did videos on the combination, getting the combinations for college. If anyone wanted to learn about it, someone asked me to do videos on that, and I did, because I know it's not easy. This wasn't an easy process to get those accommodations. I had to do like hours of testing and things. My therapist, before I figured out I was autistic, I always knew I was dyslexic, and ADHD. We had both thought I had borderline personality disorder, which can be mixed. Sometimes it can mirror being autistic. It is a thing. So like, of course, I know that it's not easy to find. To answer your question, um, Anon, it's not always easy to find like people who will test you for to get your disability. At least not in the state I'm in it in the this particular town they live in. It was really hard to even find anyone that was testing. Either they were not testing at the time, they didn't have any more tests to give out, like, or they. It depends. Like it's a lot harder to get a diagnosis as an adult than it is to like a child. And also for me personally myself, my disability is not always noticeable, which is probably why people assume I'm quote unquote normal. Um, because like people talking to me, they can't always tell. I know I have something that's different. I always knew it. I didn't always know what it was until I like found this amazing community on Twitter. I did not know. But yeah, you said the question that's been all the way up in your mind. Yeah, I consider my anxiety a disability because it's like I literally can't drive because of it. Like that tells me alone if what a disability is. It's if it prohibits you from doing everyday things. Then driving is an everyday thing you have to do. Like different, like it affected my work. It affects different areas of my life significantly. I do feel like that is one. I would consider it a disability. It just would be under probably mental health, along with depression. Depression is a disability, because and also mental health is an invisible disability. I think people typically think of disability. This is at least that's how I view it. People that don't have disabilities typically view invisible disabilities less than visible ones that you can physically see. I don't quite understand why, but and maybe I'm biased because I have invisible disabilities and I don't have a physical one, at least not all the time. I do have problems with my ankles and balance, and that was something I was born with, but that doesn't always show up. So like I said, that's just a thought. I mean, of course, not everyone's going to agree with what I say, and that's fine. I'm not here to be like everything I say is going to be perfect or you're going to agree with everything I say. That's fine. But hopefully that answered the question, Nick B. Yeah. And if not, if you need more clarification, please let me know. You said it really does help. Oh, well, good. I mean, I don't know. Well, I don't know. And also, I feel like it depends on maybe the country. It could also depend. I don't know how it works in different countries, unfortunately. Because I know different countries may not equate that to being a disability, which I don't really know why, but I would equate it to that. But also, that's not my. I'm not a medical professional, and unfortunately, I can't like say some kind of medical stuff. I don't know, but I know based on my own thought, that's what I think. When you when you hear the term normal, I say define. I don't even know how to define normal. I literally don't know how to, I don't know. I feel like honestly, most of the world is probably more likely, it's probably more likely, honestly, there's probably more neurodivergence on this earth than there are probably neurotypicals, but we don't know this because some people don't feel comfortable disclosing, which is understandable. I get it. Um, I didn't always like talking about my own I didn't always like talking about my disabilities myself, but that's because I had shame against them. I mean to them for a while, for a long period of time. Um, but I don't anymore. You're not completely sure if you consider your anxiety disorder disability. That's your preference. I can't. I'm not gonna say one way or the other. That's for you to decide. Because I don't want to say, oh yeah, to you it could be a disorder, to you it could be a disability. That's your choice. I don't know in South Africa the same. I don't know how they classify things there. I don't know. Um, I do know the thing. I also think to me, anything that you have to have medication for, why is that not considered a disability? Because I know some people that have to have like anxiety medication, like why is that not considered a disability? Like for some people that's debilitating. Yeah, I would say yeah. Probably that is probably more likely than normal would be like yeah, socially. Actually, I think you're right. Socially accommodating or socially acceptable. Like that's probably why people when I do certain things, they're like they look at me kind of odd. Because it's not acceptable in society. But that's just a thought. That was a good question though. Those were both Anon and Nick B. Those are both good, really good questions. Hopefully I answered them in a way that made you understand. In that way, normal isn't a good way to describe that. Hmm. Yeah, I would say yeah, probably not. I don't really know. I think people use that word. I think people just use that word because they don't know what else to use. Sometimes I do wonder if they use that word because they don't understand what they should use. And I do think that because society always puts a more bigger emphasis on normal than abnormal, which I don't quite understand why. They make abnormal look really bad when actually is to me it's better than being quote unquote normal. Abnormal typically means you're being your full self. Normal just means you're kind of at least this is my thought of it. Normal is kind of like you're forcing yourself to be a certain way, but you actually aren't. So but I'm also biased to that because I would consider myself abnormal, not normal. That's just my thought. Yeah. Did you guys have any more questions? I know you have questions, but So don't be scared to ask me questions. If I don't feel comfortable, I'll just say I don't feel comfortable answering. You can ask. What's your question? You would say normal is doing everything in your power to fit in. Yeah, I would say that's exactly what I would say. Most people don't typically fit into society, which is why society assumes it, deems it to be unacceptable. Yeah, I'm not answering that question. I meant respectable questions. That's not respectable. So I'm not answering that question. It's the negative stereotypes that put a negative light on us neurodivergent. Yeah, I would say yeah, that's accurate. A lot of the misconceptions and um the myths that are out there, I do agree with that. Like there were certain things that I thought because I was misinformed, and also because they don't teach it in school. They don't teach much about disabilities in school, so you think something because it's been taught. But I realize a lot of that stuff that sometimes, sorry, a lot of the stuff that is typically hyped up, um, like a literal. Hold on a second, guys. Um, um, yeah, I said I answer questions that I feel are acceptable, and I don't feel like that's an acceptable, appropriate question, and I'm not answering it. That's what I said. And if you don't like it, that's not my problem. But I said also, I said I answer questions I feel comfortable, and that's not the one I feel comfortable out answering. There's no one business but my business there for that particular question. You remind me of someone, and that's not a really good thing. Who you remind me of is not a good thing. You remind me of someone, and that's literally not a good thought. Any other questions that are not about that, what that person said? Um, you said they should have a neurodivergent teacher teach. Well, actually, I had one of my coworkers was neurodivergent. She was a teacher. She was really well, my one of my past coworkers, my former coworker. I really liked her. I told her I wish I had her when I was a kid in school. I think she would have she's a really good teacher, and I was like, I probably would have learned a lot I mean, school would have probably been easier for me if I um had her as a teacher because she understood how to break things down. Sometimes I feel people treat people with disabilities like they are purposely not trying hard enough to conform. That is very true. Typically, and I've seen videos and um, documentaries where like people have had to go through extreme things in order to well, sorry, trying to make them get comply, which is actually really disgusting. Yeah, I told you I do have disabilities. I did say that already. I did. I said I'm dyslexic, autistic, and ADHD. Those are all three different disabilities. Um, see you, Nicholas. Um, well, I don't think you should have to be convenient for anybody. You should just be yourself, and you should be allowed to be and not be judged. If you want to learn more about each of my disabilities, what do you mean? Do you want to learn about them more? I've done videos on all three of those different disabilities I just named on this channel. And also, if you want to learn more, you can look them up too if you want. I've also done three different videos describing what it's like to have each one of I have three different videos describing what it's like to be I have one that's called what it's like to be autistic, and I have one that's what it's like to be dyslexic, and one what it's like to be an ADHD. All three of those explain how I am and what each of those um, my own personal experience is having those different disabilities. If you would like to watch it, you can. You're not obligated to watch it. You can if you want to. I hate when people say that. Like literally, that makes me really annoyed when people say you don't look like you have a disability. What does it looking like having a disability has? Like, what does that look like? And that's why I did that short video on disabilities don't have a certain look, because I've gotten sick and tired of people saying that. Like, what does having an invisible disability look like? It's not an actual. You were interested to know why I was concerned about doing a live stream about disclosing a disability in the workplace, because I often heard I've heard people say, some people have told me like you shouldn't disclose your disability in when you're doing interviews, like you shouldn't disclose it. Like, I don't think that's my personal experience, my personal opinion, and this is my personal opinion. You can attack me or not attack me over it. That I think it's, well, personally myself, I've done this myself. Is I do disclose my disabilities because I want people to know, particularly people that I work around, to know what they're going to encounter, because I don't always, in particular in situations, I don't always act the way that's, I guess, socially acceptable. And so I want to do that because I do feel like some people disclose, some people just do not. And I understand why both sides. Sometimes it might be past like work experience, but they've disclosed and it not been accepted well, or it's not a disability friendly area, or a lot of different reasons. Other reasons I understand why they disclose. I personally disclose because I personally disclose. Oh, you just wanted to. Oh. I personally disclose because I want. It's not because I want to harm myself and not getting a job or whatever, but it's because I want like people to understand the way you respond to situations. I do not respond that way. And I know, and unfortunately, someone can discriminate on you just because you disclose your disability. But and they could say that you didn't get a job for one reason, but there's actually the disability that caused you not to get a job. But I don't know. Like sometimes I do think that someone be disclosing the disability, it has stopped me from getting the job, but I'm not going to stop doing it just because I didn't get the job. It just means that job wasn't for me. And maybe also if the person discriminated because of my disability, it means I wouldn't want to work there anyways. Because it means it's not the right environment for me. So that's just a personal thought. You feel like punished you're being hold on. It's really like punishing for being disabled and not conforming, but then hostile because you don't conform to their idea of disability. I guess, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a mixed bag. I also think that I do think sometimes people don't take a chance on someone because they just assume because they've seen someone with one disability, one person, that they've seen one person with a disability, assuming every single person that has a disability is going to be the same way, which I don't think, just because one person acts a certain way because of disability doesn't mean another person's going to be that way. Because each person's makeup or DNA is different, so the way their attributes and characteristics, regardless of if it's their personality and stuff, or from the characteristics from the disability, it may differ, and they actually may be better at their job because of those characteristics. Like, oh, okay, young boogie. No, I'm not. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not looking for one. Even though someone online can't take a hint when I'm ignoring them, but okay. That's just a thought. Disclosing really does give people the most benefit of the doubt, or really giving them, um, yeah, a more decent chance. A more, the most chance to be decent. My bad, Mildred. I'm reading your messages and my brain is taking them out of order. Probably dyslexia is in full swing right now. Sorry, but yeah. Jason, did you leave? I hope you didn't leave. I'd hope not, but I can't see if you're there or not because I don't see messages. But I don't know. I didn't see his message if he left. And unfortunately, you can't see who is leaving and coming in on this stuff. I kind of wish you could, but I don't know. I hope everyone's having a good Monday. Is this knowing any for anyone that because they deserve? Ew, that is literally. I don't even know what to say to that. Like. You don't think he's there anymore? I hope he didn't get hurt. I hope he didn't get like offended by what was happening. That's not what I hope happened. Um, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I feel kind of violated. Please stop, young boogie, stop. That actually makes me feel very awkward and uncomfortable. I did actually last I think yes last Thursday. Good for you. I'm glad you have feelings. I don't have those kind of feelings, but okay. And please don't be like the person. I'm really not in the mood to have another person that wants to be starting stuff up, but I don't want to deal with because it's been happening like since maybe the last 5 days for someone that's not getting hint that I'm not interested. But okay, you can't have feelings for me. You just like literally just came my chat like today. Like I don't understand. Um, Oh yeah, for people that I don't know if anyone that was in my stream on last Thursday, I don't know if that picture came out clear enough. I was trying to see if I can't tell what you guys can see on your. I can't know what you see on your screen. On the thumbprint for last Thursday's stream for getting to 1,100 subscriber. That actual live stream. Oh, wait, it's evening in is it evening in Germany? Germany, I know it's evening here. I didn't think it'd be evening there. Is it morning over there? Or is it really evening? Oh, and hello. Is your name Ben or is it like something else? So you can see it pretty clearly. Okay, so I'm not like is it you can tell like you can wait. I know I really liked doing that. That was interesting. Bringing it's late in night. Oh, it's Ben. Okay, good. I'm glad. I was at first I thought it was something else because like it has these little lines. So I wasn't sure if that was like a creative feature or if it was okay. Good, I got it. So it's late there. It's like one. Oh wow, it's almost one. So yeah, for me it's almost seven. So you're 6 hours ahead of me then. But yeah. Hello. You can read all the names. Oh wow, I'm glad you can see. I'm glad you can see all the names. Like I wasn't sure how that went. I was kind of worried because the paper I was using for the art that I did. I it was ripping. I've had that. I don't know how long I've had that notepad. Not the one with the one that I showed with the other drawings. Which I really like doing. I need to draw more. That made me want to draw more actually doing that on the live stream. I want to make me want to draw more again because I've drawn off and on since the age of 8. So like I guess that's off and on for 24 years, which is insane, but I miss it. And I'm glad I'm glad. It's the thumbnail up on the it's the thumbnail. I put it up on the live stream for that particular video, the one I did. So yeah, it's still there. It's not gonna change. Did I put it up there? Do I self talk? What do you mean? Do you mean do I have conversation with myself? Yeah, I do, and I'm not sorry about it. If that's what you're asking, I'm not sorry. Um, I know it makes me weird, but I like being weird. I like being myself. Like that's part of me being Mariah. And I'm not apologizing for it. I know people are like, "Well, that makes you weird." Oh well, good. I'm glad it makes me weird. Because I think people try to use things against people just because they don't understand it, and then typically people try to use things against me because they don't understand me. Oh, that answers your question. Okay. I'm thinking. You said it's sort of relaxing watching drawing, even though you don't like drawing your stuff. You don't like drawing stuff, really? I was showing my dad and I show my mom my art. I've shown my sisters, but I show them most of all. I'm actually surprised people that actually buy my art. I'm actually surprised because I didn't think they would like it. I'm actually shocked. My mom was like she and my her and my dad were like happy when I was telling them it was getting people were actually buying it because I didn't think that would ever happen. Honestly, I hoped one day people would actually buy it. I would love to see one day. I would love to see my art up in a gallery one day. I don't know if that will ever happen, but that's the one thing that I. Oh, thanks. Um, I don't know what it's from. I probably is from my because of my disabilities. I do self talk. I tend to have a lot of things in my head, so I just need to speak them out. And probably that's probably more of an ADHD thing. I didn't actually for a long time. People that don't know this and don't know me, I did not talk for a long time, and that's because I didn't honestly back when I was a teenager and a child, I didn't know it was had ADHD. I always knew it was different. I did not know that it was I had ADHD, and my ADHD was masked by my being autistic. My I realized I had ADHD because my ex told me, but also other people saw it. I did not notice it because I don't have the at least based on what I know, I don't have the one that's hyperactive because I can sit still and I know not of course not all only thing in hyperactivity is sitting still, but I do wonder if the reason why I don't have hyperactivity ADHD is because I'm autistic. So the parts that the ADHD probably would be hyperactive, the autism calms down, and the parts that it's like a mix. So the parts that it's like the strengths in one is the disfaults in the other. So I feel like they balance each other out. Um, Plus you add in the dyslexic. So it's like a whole mix of things. You're like, what is all this? Like in my at least that's how I think in my brain. I'm like, what is all? Oh, thanks for the thank you for the compliment. You have the same condition, overthinking constantly, but you don't talk if it gets too much. You need to draw and write down things down, else you get a headache. For me, if I don't feel safe emotionally, I will stop talking. Like I had it happen at the job I used to be at. Because at the end of at least particularly before I left that job, I didn't feel emotionally safe, so I just stopped talking. Like I wouldn't talk to one of my coworkers because she was kind of bullying me because of this little girl who was causing a whole lot of terror. Like she was causing problems in that classroom, and the lady was blaming me for the problems, even though I can't control what a child does. But okay. And she, of course, knew. Both my coworkers knew I had a disability. One never took that crap out on me. The other one was starting to get aggravated because the little girl was doing all this mess, and some reason she equated that to me. And I was like, yeah, I gotta leave this job because that little girl was affecting my mental health, physically harming me. Like I literally almost had a breakdown at my job, and that told me, yeah, Mariah, time to go. Even like a lot of people outside of the classroom I was in could say, Mariah, yeah, you need to leave. They were like, one of my former coworkers was like, maybe you come work with us because I used to work in a different classroom, and then they switched me over to the classroom I became in. Not that I liked being in that classroom, but I didn't like it at the same time. At first, at the beginning, it was fine until this little girl came into the class. I swear it was fine until she came in there because it was a whole lot of stuff that happened. Like I'm sure it gave other people mental breakdown because I know they were threatening to leave too if they didn't remove that child from the classroom. But oh, yours is not because you don't feel sweet. Not because of feeling safe, but most of the time you overthink technical things. Most people wouldn't understand, so you keep quiet and think, huh, that's interesting. For me, I often think things people don't want to understand, and I just say them out loud, and it gets me. I don't know. It's sometimes it gets me in trouble. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on who the person that's listening is. Like for being autistic and also ADHD and dyslexic, sometimes I tend to blur. Particularly being autistic in social settings, I tend to speak on things I probably shouldn't. It's just a thing because I don't feel comfortable in social settings. So my brain doesn't under my brain's never understood where to filter out like things that you shouldn't say in public. I've never been like that. Like my mom and my dad and my sisters are like Mariah. Like one time, I remember in public, my sister was like, "Why'd you say that out loud? Like why?" Um, and it's not, I wasn't even thinking when I said it. I just kind of said it, and that wasn't my fault. Like, hence why I try to avoid situations unless I know the people and they're okay with how I am. You said my anxiety causes me to, I always blurt out things like, but that's also for me, that's an ADHD thing for me. I do have anxiety, which heightens it, unfortunately. So, and which means I also tend to interrupt because my brain will think of a thought and if it's not said, it will literally vanish, and I get really aggravated about it. My mom and my siblings get mad at me all the time because my mom's like, "You're always interrupting when your sister's talking." I am. I do it often. Like, and it's not my fault. Like, because I tell her, but I don't think they understand because they're not in my head. I tell them because my thought, like, literally, I get a thought, and it literally, my brain goes like 1,000 miles a minute or like really fast, and I'm like, my thoughts come fast, and I'm like, if I don't say it, then I'm gonna forget what I need to say, so I need to say it now. And people that don't have ADHD or any kind of disability don't quite get it because they're not in my head. Um, I don't know if anyone else that has ADHD experiences that, but I know I do. I thought it was, honestly, I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was a Mariah thing because I did not know anyone that also had that. I've heard other people said they experienced the same thing. Their thoughts come so fast that they can't, like, it's almost like their brain and their mouth don't process at the same speed, so the brain is going way faster than the mouth can travel. I mean, then it can speak it out, so it's like, wait, my fingers they look like snakes. What does that mean? What does that mean? They're just my fingers and nothing special. At least I don't think they are. They're just part of my body. But I tend to also I don't know. I tend to talk really fast. I don't know if that's an autistic thing plus an ADHD plus I know it definitely is part of being also anxious. My anxiety heightens my voice and it does a lot of different things. Like when I'm really anxious, I will tend to, I know I talk fast, but I talk way faster than normal. And then I realize, oh crap, no one can understand me because I'm talking too fast. But then I have to literally it's hard. Literally when I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how I need to get all the information out. So I got to talk faster so I can get it up faster. So I don't know. I feel like I have a time limit all the time. So, like, I don't know. And I know I probably don't. Let's be honest, I'm not considered a typical. I'd probably be an atypical in each of the disability category, in each of my disabilities. I probably am atypical in most of them. Like, I think I'm an atypical autistic, probably atypical dyslexic, and an atypical ADHD, or I think I am all three of those. I don't know for a fact. That's what I assume. Because because I don't do the typical things that, or quote unquote typical things that you would see in each of them. Sometimes I do, but not overall. Um, you said it's funny that you experience a time. I don't, I don't, I don't know. I feel like I feel like my speed and the way I talk does not match the way my brain wants. It wants to go faster, but it can't go. My mouth can't go faster than I can. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah. Um, yeah. He said it's nice to talk to other people who tolerate interruption. Yeah, I feel bad for interrupting, but I can't help it. I don't know. Honestly, I understand why they get annoyed when I interrupt because I do it a lot, and I don't. And I think my parents and my siblings think I do it all the time on purpose, but I literally don't. Like sometimes I will literally think of something comes to my mind, and I literally have to tell my mom because typically she's the one I go to when I have to because typically I need to talk to her when the thought comes to my mind. It's not always her. It can be my dad or someone else in my family, but it's typically more my mom than my dad. I normally ask her things for clarification, or I tell her something I've thought of. So like, yeah, that's just the thing. Most people don't understand. Let's be honest. Most people that are different are misunderstood. I don't know why, but it is a thing. Um, it is a thing. You said sometimes you experience ADHD. So, oh, sorry, exhibit ADHD like symptoms because of anxiety. I do wonder if anxiety is a trick. I wonder if you do. I wonder, Nick, for you, I do wonder if you could have ADHD because ADHD can run in families, so it's possible you could have it and not realize that's what it is. Or were you told it was anxiety? I'm just out of curiosity. You don't have to tell me. I'm just saying because sometimes one thing I would say sometimes symptoms of a disability can, sorry, anxiety and other different things can actually be part of a disability, but you're not aware. Because, like, for me, a lot of my traits and characteristics that I have are part of my disabilities, but I didn't always know. Like, I didn't know, like, the black and white thinking, like, other different things, those are actually part of being autistic, or it also could be a part of being ADHD, or yeah, like that's like part of it. Like I've always had that. Like anxiety can be part of it. Oh, so you said okay, so you were diagnosed with those. I'm just saying, even if you had ADHD, there's nothing wrong with it. Just I just want you to know that. For me, on top of having my disabilities, I've had mental health problems since the age of 14 off and on. Like sometimes I will even feel myself trying to slip back into the depression state, which I purposely try my best not to go back into there because that's a really dark area. And I ain't trying to do that again to myself because when the last time I was in there, that was really bad. And I ain't trying to do that again. It was horrible. Um, and also, on top of having an eating disorder, that would not be fun to have to. Not that any kind of mental health issue is fun, but it would not be very. I don't know how manageable it would be because my eating disorder is already not very good at times. Like I get aggravated that I have to eat, and like I hate looking at food at times. Like having to eat it and look at it is the most irritating thing. And I sometimes wish one of my family members could eat for me so I don't have to eat. And I don't care if that sounds unrealistic or irrational. Well, that's how I feel. Having a disorder is not fun. And people that make fun of people that have them, they can go somewhere else and get out of my life, get out of my head or space. Um, it's not a fun thing. It's not something you want to emulate. I don't want this. I literally hate it. I tell my dad and my tell my parents and I tell my dad and my mom. I said I wish I could eat the way you guys eat, like normally, and not having this disordered thinking eating. Like I literally sometimes wish I could skip meals again, and I can't do that because I told myself if I skip meals, I'm gonna go back to not eating or go back to eating one meal, and my body needs more than that, and go back to the portion sizes I was at. It's just a night. It's sometimes it's irritating. I gotta take one day at a time, and it's not fun. Um, it's. I mean, I know I'm doing it to be healthy, but it's just like I don't know. I do tell them. I say I wonder if I'm ever gonna be in a place where I don't. not want to eat. Like literally, like food doesn't make me feel sick and not want to eat it. Like today was a good day. Today was a good day for eating. Like yesterday wasn't harder. Like it literally even it can also go from meal to meal. One day we good I will have like the morning could be a good meal, the afternoon would be a bad meal. Like I don't really know how to range it, and I'm for sure not gonna make my eating disorder worse by purging, even though sometimes I really want to, but I'm like, Mariah, we can't start another bad habit. That would be bad, worse than what it already is, not eating. But I think people look at people's outer shell and think, oh, they're perfectly fine, but then the internal is it's not good, not a good, like not always good or in check or, excuse me, in point. Um, well, I'm glad that that made you smile. Like reading your guys' comments, at least the ones that give me really positive comments and, um, the ones that are very encouraging. Like a lot of your comments are very encouraging to me, Nick. There's other people that write comments under my videos, even people I've never even encountered under the comment section. Write some positive comments. Actually, literally make changes my day, especially if it's a bad day or not a good day. Doing content every day is can be challenging because I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna help somebody, not gonna help somebody. I can't. There's no way to know. Like when I wrote these thoughts up, like particularly the inspiring thoughts, it sometimes they come one after the other, after the other. Like it will come like real fast, and so I'm like, hopefully this helps somebody. I don't know if it will. Well, I'm glad you look at everything from the positive side. Actually, I do the opposite. I look at the way my brain thinks. I literally look at the worst possible scenario. That's just the way my brain has always been. At least to my knowledge. I don't know about um, before I realized that I had disabilities because there was a point where I didn't realize I had them. And that was because I just didn't realize it. And then there was a wound that happened, and after that point, it changed. I think I probably had a positive outlook at one point. I just ever since that wound was in happened, um, the emotional trauma there of the actual emotional wound, it caused me to probably look more negatively and see all the negative sides of every outcome instead of looking at it in the positive. You said don't get you. I'm glad you look at it like that. You said don't get you wrong. You always see the worst case scenario in everything you do. Well, but I'm also glad that you can focus on the positive. I don't know how to do that. Like I literally, I tell my parents I don't know how people focus on the positives. For me, because I have black and white thinking, I don't think in the middle. I don't think everything's gonna be okay. I never do on any situation. I always think either it's gonna be all good or all bad. It's never no, not it's okay. That's literally never been across my mind. I know it's an autistic thing. So you said you noticed that when you're watching my streams. Oh, I'm glad that make you content and calm. That's awesome. My favorite part is sharing with my parents and my ex like about what like the way the content I give and like the stuff that is happening, how people interact with it. I told my dad like that I've impacted people around the world. I think I even told my mom that people around the world that places I've never would have even thought this stream and content would have touched. I've impacted them, and I didn't think that would ever happen. I told both of them, I hoped it would happen, but I never ever saw like anyone from South Africa, Australia, like different places in this country, different places outside of this country, Germany, different places around the world. Um, One thing you're grateful for. Sorry, that's one thing you're grateful about and very good at doing. Nothing is ever just black or white for you. I'm glad you don't experience that. Being autistic, I don't really have the benefit of seeing everything be okay. My parents, they say that everything's gonna be okay, like sometimes, but I don't believe I don't believe that particular statement. It's not their fault. I just don't. Because typically, well, at least for me personally, having my disabilities and everything, either something's gonna be go wrong or something's gonna be fine. Like, sorry, something's gonna go wrong or something's gonna be good. It's never. I don't think I've ever had an instance where everything's okay. And I don't know if that's because of the way I view things or if it's because it literally is how it is. Um, yeah. How do you feel about today's stream? Do you feel like it's going good, or do you feel like you want more questions or something else? Because I wish there was a way to know what people are thinking. Yeah, see, that's why I thought I had borderline personality disorder because of the black and white black or white thing, and I thought that's why I thought I had borderline personality disorder. Even my therapist had thought that, but then she realized with 3 more sessions that's not what it is. She realized there was Asperger's, even though I know, of course, that's now is no longer a term. It's being autistic or autism. Um, and I know why that's no longer a term. It's a outdated thing. I'm glad we, I'm glad we got the trolls out of here, and also I'm just glad that this stream has not been like last Monday's stream, because that was like intense, like with that identity thing and like the person taking over my stream and deleting all the comments. That was ridiculous. What that was, like, I got mad and like one of I know like people understood, but I felt bad because I did really feel bad, Nick, for you, because I know you write a lot of like awesome comments and like thought provoking comments and stuff, and all of that got like deleted, and I felt really bad. And I know I didn't cause the person to block you, but in my opinion, I take accountability for it because I gave them access. My mom actually said a great thing to do, like instead of just making a person a mod the first time you meet them, wait a few months, and then if they feel they still want to do it, then do it like that. And I'm gonna take her advice. She's very smart in the ways I'm not always, because I'm very, the one thing my mom and my dad, well, my mom and my dad say, particularly more likely my mom, she says I'm too trusting, and I am very trusting. I typically take people at their word, which is unfortunate, but at the same time I understand why. It's because I'm autistic. Autistic people tend to take people at their word. When they say they're going to help, someone tells you they're going to help you, you just take them at their word. And not everyone has the best in the best people's best interests at heart. And this person obviously didn't. Last stream they did not have that. Um, I hope that never ever happens again. But I don't know what's gonna happen. So I really hope that nothing like that happens again. That literally scared me. And I've never had anyone do that before. But also, this channel had never been as big as it's gotten before. Like, and I also didn't do Monday streams at one point. I did live and learn. I'm never ever making someone a mod that accesses me and keeps begging me. It makes me suspicious. Like, after that happened, I remember after that happened, one of the people, the one that said he was his identity or his thing got hacked, kept asking me, and I was like, I'm not doing that because I learned my lesson from the last. I'm not gonna, just because you keep asking me, I'm not gonna just make you a mod. That's just not how it's gonna work, because I need to make sure for sure you are actually legitimate. And even if I could make sure that, there's no way to know. He could have been the darn imposter. How do I know? That's one thing I was thinking. I said, what if one of the people that pretended to say they were hacked could have actually been the person that did that? I don't know. They could have, because you can have multiple accounts for one person, but because you can have multiple Gmail accounts, so he could have been the one that did it. I don't know. I can't know that for a fact, and that actually what scares me. And my mom said, why would someone be so evil and cruel and do something like that? I don't quite understand it either. Like, people can be just cruel because they want to. I really don't get it, because I'm not typically a person that, I did nothing to cause someone to do that to me or this channel or you guys, and I'm literally sorry to everyone that happened to. I felt so bad. And I think you're the only one that it happened to, Nick, that's actually in here right now. Because the other people I think that happened to, I don't think Mildred wasn't in here when that happened. You said you're not sure. I don't know, because the reason I don't know if that was the real Fabo or not, because I have two different Fabos in my block thing, and that person was the third Fabo. So I'm trying to figure, maybe he could have been the actual freaking He could have been the actual person that was the imposter. How do I know? Um, but it was interesting how that whole after that happened, more trolls came in like in the second part of the stream, like a lot of them, and I'm like, it's almost like it was like an planned attack. Like, did they get like all their friends to sign on to start harassing? That's what I do wonder. That person that got I blocked. Oh hey Jill. We were talking about last week's last Monday. I don't even. That's not even wasn't. Sorry. Last Monday's stream, which I did not enjoy because yeah, it was a whole thing. Nick, if Nick wants to talk about it, he can. I'm sure they don't want to talk about it because it makes me mad. Everything that happened last week. Um, where am I at? In my room? In my house? Oh, sorry, my parents' house. What am I doing? Nothing. Wait, there's a thing called wait a second. There's a movie called oh, Happy New Year's to you. I forgot. I don't think. Oh yeah, you weren't. Yeah, this is the first New Year's. You can. I'm glad. I'm. That is. How do you? I didn't know you could shadow. I didn't know you could shadow. What's? Wait, I thought shadow banding was only for the channel. I didn't think it could do for. I don't. I didn't think it could affect the comments. You think that they could potentially you could potentially repost them so they could show up again? I didn't even know. I didn't know that's what it did. Like, um, what do you mean? Do I got plans? I don't got plans for anything. I'm good. I'm a homebody. I don't really like going out like that. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, chill. If you haven't voted, I was telling everyone else that there's a poll to decide what topic to do for my birthday stream, which is next Friday. I don't know how I feel about that still. Just saying. Um, decide. There's only two topics. Um, so I think the first one is 33 fun facts about me, and the other one is asking 33 questions about me. So you can decide between those. You think yeah, I don't, but I hate that. Like, because one time I accidentally blocked the wrong person and it deleted all their comments, which they shouldn't, like, there's literally no way to unhide them. I wish there was, literally, like, because I love your, what was I gonna say? I just like your comments. I like reading them because sometimes your comments that you be leaving, not just the inspirational ones, those are inspiring, but I really like reading your, responses to like different like the topics and stuff. Wait, does that mean you're happy because you did like that turn your frown upside down? Thanks for making me smile. I'm glad that you made me smile. Thanks for that, Jill. Are you guys Nick and Jill? Are you still guys? Are you still gonna do the darts thing? I really want you to do that. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to live vicariously through you. I'm weird. I know. Whatever. People like it or hate it. I really love no because I really want you to do it. I'm so weird. I know. But no, thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Brian. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but you know what I'm talking about. No, thanks. I'm good. Trying to get my life together. Definitely need to get my health as a priority. Getting this eating disorder under control. Hopefully one day it'll be under control. But I don't know that is my priority. I'm not looking for any kind of relationship. That's when even deciding if I wanted to get back together with my ex, I decided to, like, I told him, I said, me and him both said similar different things. Well, we had different things. I said I need to take care of my health because this eating disorder became out of control, and I think it's important to get that under control. He had something else going on for him, so he was like, he needs to get his stuff under control. I understand. I'm not. And my point is, yeah. Wait, yes, guys, yes, do the virtue, yes, do the darts. Yeah, see, you're planning it. See, I love it. I love it. Love, love. You gotta let me know when you guys do it. You gotta let me know who wins. Oh, thanks for the compliment, Travis. But like literally, I gotta know. Wait. If somebody wins, are you guys gonna do pool? Yes, I'm literally happy. Thank you for making me happy. Chilling. Nick. Yes, you just made me happy. I really, cause I really like that you guys like. I know you saw me get. My mom calls it animated when I get excited. When I get excited, she calls it animated because I get really excited. Like you know how kids get excited, I kind of get that excited. But I know it's an autistic thing. I tend to get typically with all my emotions, they're heightened, negative or positive emotions, and yeah, it doesn't always go well. Like my anger is heightened, my excitement's heightened, my happiness is heightened, my sadness is heightened. So it's a whole try to figure out Mariah thing. I just used to think I was emotional or sensitive, like people said. So you guys gotta let me know. Yes, record it, and you gotta. Oh wait, that means I gotta find out how. I gotta. You gotta tell me how it goes. I don't know. I'm not, and I'm not. Yeah, see, yay! You. I'm sorry. I got excited. You guys are gonna do. Ooh, who thinks gonna win the mini golf one? I'm such a dork, but I love my dork self. I'm such a dork. What about archery? Anyone of you guys know archery? You said you'll do mini. Wait, it's called mini golf, not mini putt. Putting is what you do with the golf club thing. You know. Hello. You think you're gonna lose the dart? But listen, you can always win the other one. The golf for the pool. I played mini golf. It was fun. I've only played it one time, but it was fun. Wait, you guys call it mini putt in Canada? I should ask my best friend. She's also in Canada, so then I can have double confirmation to know. I never knew that. Why do you call it mini putt? Sorry, I'm just curious. Wait a second. It's like I guess there is. I wonder if you have anything else that's called something different than from the. You call it putt putt. It's a. Well, okay. Is there anything else that Is there anything else that you guys call different terms that are not the same as the U.S.? I'm very curious now. Both you and Chill and Nick, name something that I have to. Can you name something? Both of you got to name something I would get that I can guess what it is. That's not like the U.S. Like not the exact same term because I know, like in the U.K. they have different terms for different things. You know what? I got it, guys. I have an idea for you, Chill and Nick. You both should do like a test run. Like do a test. Is there a way like to do a test run on those games you want to do? Like is there a test run like for darts and stuff? You can do a test run before you actually qualify that as an actual match or something, just so you get your legs. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like your sea legs, they say in the water, but I don't know what it's called for like. I don't know what it's called for like the what am I trying to say? What it's called for games that are on land. I don't know what that's called. Just games, I guess. I don't know. The letter Z. Yeah, I know Z. I know it's Z because my mom told me that. Um, like I know the loo, of course, is the bathroom. Uh, a flat is an apartment, which I don't quite understand still. A lift is an elevator. I know stuff in some of the UK stuff, not all of them. They have other different words for different things. Um, you said Z. Some people say Z. Yeah, I've heard Z. I know that they use that in the UK. I do know that. There are a lot of things, not one. They call the top. Oh, okay. I know the boot of the car. It's called the trunk is called the boot. Yeah, I do know the torch is a flashlight. I knew that. I knew that. I'm trying to think. I do know some of the stuff from the UK though. I do know some of that. I don't remember how I learned it either. Yeah, chips. Yeah, chips and yeah, I do chips and crisps. My best friend, she is she has lived in Canada. She's not from there, but she lives there. And she ordered something. She thought she was gonna get French fries, but she called them chips, and they gave her actual chips. I mean, sorry, crisp, but they thought it was chips. Like they say fish and chips, so it's just French fries and fish. So yeah, I knew that one. I do also know that's a UK thing. You don't call them diapers, we call them. I knew that nappy thing. I didn't know the nappy thing. Like, it's not a diaper, a nappy. I didn't know that. You call. Wait, you call wait, we call traffic like robots. What the? Okay, that's not. Wait, what? Wait a second. So then, what do you call robots then? Hold up, Nick. What do you call robots then? Now I'm curious because, like, for here in the U.S., a traffic light is a traffic light, and then a robot is a robot. I guess we're. I guess maybe. Wait. That's getting. Wait a second. That's getting. Wait a second. Do you call traffic lights traffic robots, traffic light robots, or traffic lights robots? My brain's confused. Wait. How do people know which one you're referring to when you say robots? Then, because you call the same thing. What? Of course you would say that, chill. Nobody says that. Wait, so you call them just robots? So red. Oh, okay. Never mind. That differentiates. That's interesting. Well, that's different. That's interesting. So you say a red rope. Hmm. That's interesting. I'm sorry. That's unique. I've never. That is literally intense. I've never knew that. Wait a second. Now I need to know more. What other simplistic things? What other simplistic things that? Wait, say something else to me that I wouldn't guess. Let me guess it, and let me say what I think it is. Say something and say something that you think I'd get, but maybe I might not get. Like for example, like is the window called a window over there? I'm just saying, cause like I would have never guessed a traffic light is a robot. Wait, wait. Wait a second. So wait a second, does that mean the robots there are not? They don't have different colors, right? Because that would literally be confusing. What if there actually is a red robot, not a traffic light? But what happens there? Now I literally now I'm fascinated. Can you tell me something else? You don't make me fascinated. Also, it's the same thing. I wonder how they decide what they want to be called something different. A red. Why a red? Now I'm literally confused. I'm never gonna say that a red robot in the States. I'm never gonna call it. I'm never gonna call it a red robot because my brain will be thinking, what did I just say? For you, I guess maybe that's probably normal to say a red robot. I guess. I don't know. I've never heard that. Like, that's new. Like, if someone said that to me, what's another? Really? Wait, what? Wait, what? Are you serious? Wait, what? I understand kind of why, because maybe it could have a garage attached to it. Is that why? Or is that because that's where a command? Because I'm thinking that's. I don't want to start a trend in the States. I don't want to do that. That's a negative. Because then that's a negative. Because they already have robots. They're already starting to try to bring robots in the. Into, no, that would confuse me. Um, I do understand the garage one though, because like some mechanics they can work at like gas stations, or also you can get your gas changed in a in a garage, like if you're working there, a mechanic. If that makes sense, I don't know. That's actually interesting though. Wait, so when you pull up to a gas station, you say the garage? What do you say? I'm curious. Can you just like give me an example? Sometimes they use. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. Also, they used to be. Oh, that makes sense, though. That makes sense, actually. That does make sense. Now I'm intrigued. What else? What else? You got two. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Oh, that's. Wait, do you use that too? Nick, do you say that when you go to the like? So for me, I'd be going to the gas station. You'd be going to the garage. But But at the same time, but you have wait a second. If that's called the garage, then what? If you do you guys does any of your houses actually have a garage? Like you know how like homes like have your garage where you put your cars in? Is that called a garage too? Now I'm curious. I know my brain's thinking. Oh, it's a petrol. So you say petrol. Yeah, I've heard that one. They think they use that in the UK. Petrol station is also. See what I'm saying? Why would they? Nick, I think they're trying to confuse you, like confuse people. Like, why would you like? How do you know the difference then? Because if someone says they pull up to the, because you can pull up to the garage literally when you're driving in a car. So if you say that, it would confuse. Like for me, if I heard you say that, I'd be thinking I'm going outside. I'm going outside, and then you're there. Like that's what I'd be thinking. Because if my parents said I'm pulling up to the garage, I'm thinking, oh, you're at home now. That's what I'd be thinking. Not like you're not you're pulling up to the gas station. But maybe also I don't know. I do wonder if some of those words were coined when I don't know. That it's definitely confusing, but not for I guess you're probably used to it. Anything wait, so is the beach called the beach there too? No, you made me curious about things because like in your country that's different. Like for me, I would never say we're pulling up to the garage for a gas station. I would never say that because it sounds to me if I say I'm pulling up to the garage, either I'm going in the parking garage or I'm going to my garage at my house. That's where I'm going. That's what's happening. That's what my brain first thinks. So the beaches. I do wonder how they figure out. Wonder how they figure out what to call some of these terms. I do. Like I don't. I'm curious now. I understand. I do understand the garage kind of because, but at the same time, if you have multiple garages, how does that work? Like if you have like a garage for your house and then you have a parking garage, like I don't know if they have parking garages there, but or sorry, different parts of South Africa. I don't know if they have that, but yeah, I'm curious to know how they decide which ones to keep the same. Like, how do they decide the beach is going to stay the beach? Like, is the bathroom considered the loo there or something else? Or is it just the bathroom? It's the toilet. Well, the toilet, yeah, that's no, that's appropriate. Going to the bathroom or the toilet, that makes sense. It's called the wash. The well, that's awkward. I don't know. I feel really kind of. I feel like that. But actually, one thing I'll say, it's direct though. At least, even though it kind of makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. The wash closet. Really, in Europe they say the wash closet. No, I would really, literally love to see like each different country like put all the words together, like put different words for like for example, say I the states is bathroom, different other different terms that are typical usually you hear, and I would like to see the different variations of like how like what the word actually is in different countries. Like for some be like for bathroom in the UK, it'd be the loo, like well, we call it the restroom here, like in, at least in public spaces, it's called the restroom. I don't know. I literally don't know how to say that. I wish I could say that. I don't know how to say it. Does that translate to the bathroom? You just say you need to go to the can. uh, See, I'm not gonna even try. Is it Bade Zimmer? If I said it wrong, do not get mad, please. I promise I'm not German. Please don't get mad. I promise I'm not trying to offend you. And I tend to offend people when I'm not trying. Wait, Ben, I'm quick curious. So can you speak? Do you speak two different languages, English and I don't know. Is German an actual language? Just make sure, because sometimes people say an actual the country for the language. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's a different. See, I can't. You're German, so you can speak. Can you speak both of them fluently? I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. I don't try to pressure people if they don't feel comfortable. Um, yeah. Does anyone else speak? I don't speak. I only speak. Let's be honest. I speak English fluently. I know some Spanish. I know some sign language, American sign language, just to be clear, because there are different kinds of sign language. I know there is British sign language. Probably, let's be honest, there's probably sign language for each different country out here. I don't know those. Um, so yeah. And I hope it stops snowing soon. That's annoying. Me and my dad cleaned up the snow. You're fluent in both? That is amazing. I'm like impressed when people tell me they're fluent in things that I literally I don't. I heard that. Is it true that No, I've never done that, Chris. And Afrikaans. Oh wow, is that what people hate? Wait, is that really why? A language which why does the Dutch hate that? You do French, English, and bad English. I don't think you're doing actually. I don't think you do really good. You're doing really awesome at English. It's gonna snow there tomorrow. I hope it stops snowing here. I'm tired of snow. It was really cold outside. My fingers had gotten frostbite and my toes too. Like that's why you do it's cold. Oh, you said you had to learn English in second grade. Why do you have to learn? Why I don't understand why people have to learn English. English, even though I'm a native English speaker, I think it's really a difficult language to learn because of all the grammatical errors. Oh, hello. I don't know how to say your name. I'm not gonna butcher it. I don't like doing that. You said they hate it because it's sort of an old, more basic version of Dutch language. Yeah, someone in a game I used to play, him and his friend spoke Dutch, and they were like would talk. They would like put these messages in the group chat for the game, and I would try to sometimes figure them out, even though sometimes I actually kind of got the basis of the language, even though I literally don't know how to speak Dutch. I heard Dutch is one of the hardest languages to dialects to pick up. Um, I don't know. I've heard that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree for me. Because particularly being dyslexic, I can't always differentiate different sounds, and it's one of the hard. Even though I'm a native English speaker, I can't always cipher how a word should sound based on the sounds because the grammar of each word may be different based on the grammar rules, which is stupid, by the way. And I understand why it's hard to learn for people that don't speak English, are not from here, or don't speak, or English is not their native language. I understand why it's hard, and that's coming from someone that's spoken English their entire life. But yeah, since Germany lost World War II, and was divided, the Eastern Germany learned Russian. Oh wow. And West. Oh wow! I did not know that. But maybe because I'm not in history, maybe that's why I didn't know that. But that's actually. Thank you for teaching me something new. I had no idea. So does that mean you live in Western Germany, then? And Russian sounds like when I hear it, I'm like it sounds really harsh. I'm not saying it is a harsh. I don't know if it's a harsh. It just sounds really harsh to the ears. I don't know. Um, if it actually is harsh, I don't know. I don't even know. Let's be honest. If someone was speaking Russian to me, I would not know one word they're saying. Um, you remember once on vacation there was only German language shows on TV. Weird because you were in Greece, huh? Even more weird. I understand. Wow, you understood 30% of what they said. That's very impressive. Show. You meant. Oh wow. No, you're good. So you said Germany was united again in 1989. Hmm. Wait, so does that means when it came back together, you probably had parts speaking Russian and parts speaking English. So I wonder how that worked out. I'm assuming both sides probably knew German, so they could still communicate in a way. But that's an assumption. I don't know for a fact about that. Yeah. Anyone else have you said someone speaking Russian is extremely intimidating to you. I would honestly, someone speaking any language that I'm not fluent in and I don't know what they're saying is very intimidating to me. I get it. Like, it just sounds like I think my mom. Actually, one of my mom's former coworker, one of my mom's old coworkers, she spoke Russian, but she was from Asia. But I think she was from somewhere, and she spoke fluent Russian. But I forgot wherever she lived, they could speak both languages. I forgot where it was. I literally forgot. It's been a long time. Um, yeah, no thanks. I'm not suggesting anything because then, so we'll be coming back in this stream and saying, what did Mariah say? Mariah didn't say nothing. That's what she said. They learn additional Russian and English to German. Huh. Well, that's different. Thanks, Jill. I'm not promoting any drugs in this channel, so no one can come back and say Mariah's doing that. Thank you. That's the end of my TED talk. I'm just trying to get, just in case YouTube tries to be saying Mariah says I'm right and say nothing. That's what she said. Don't be coming over here. Where you said even when they speak English in a Russian accent, it's kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever heard, I don't think I've ever, have I ever had, I'm trying to think. Have I ever talked to anyone that had a Russian accent but is speaking in English? I don't think I have. I love watching you guys talk to each other. I don't know. I just be me. Is your name short for Ben? Oh, you can call Benjamin. Benjamin. Sorry. There's a Ben and a Benjamin. So I got to make sure I don't mix those up. That would be a problem. Okay, so one fun difference. A small truck is called a... Oh, thank you so much for saying the pronunciation because I was literally about to ask you. Thank you so much, Nick. You understand me. You get it. I do that sometimes when I'm writing notes for my videos and I don't know how to pronounce a word. I'll put the pronunciation right next to it. So it's called a Bucky. Huh. Why is it a Bucky, but it doesn't, never mind. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't like ink. Wait, what kind of word is that? Is that an Afrikaans word or something else? Just to make sure. Because I don't know. Because I've never seen a word like that before. Can you hold on. Ask me to translate. I don't, let me think of something. Good question. Let's see, Ben. Let me think of something. Oh, I got one. Ben. You want me to say it? Okay, so it's because... Oh, it means bowl. Wait, what? A bowl car? What the heck is a bowl car? That's not even what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say it was like, meant like something to do with baking. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Okay, so I want you to say, Mariah's favorite animal. Oh, you want me to write it in here? Hold on. That means I have to pick it up. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me write. My bad. What did I just do? My bad. Undelete that. My bad. Unhide. What did I delete? I don't even know what I clicked. My bad. Did I delete someone's messages? Oh, dude. I didn't mean to. Why aren't you letting me type? That's what I want. Type. And you're not letting me type. Why aren't you letting me type? Guys, I can't type. Can someone type this in the chat for me? Mariah's favorite animal is a giraffe. I don't know why it wasn't letting me type. And I don't know what I just deleted. Hold on. There we go. I undeleted your message. My bad, Ben. I didn't mean to undelete your message. My bad, totally. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you. It wasn't letting me type. It was being dumb. Am I surprised? No. It does. Sometimes I feel like the... Oh, wow. I wish I knew how to say that. I bet it would... I wonder if I knew if you said that, would I know that's what you're saying? I know the giraffe part, so that maybe I probably would figure it out because, or you could have said Mariah is a giraffe and I didn't, if I didn't know, that you wrote that. Wait, have you ever, question, for anyone that doesn't speak, that speaks another language, have you ever insulted someone in front of their face without them knowing? Yeah, I knew. See, me too. I only knew two words too. Oh, actually, no. I figured out three of the words because I thought the IRST is. That's what I thought. So I understood three of the words. So I'm 60%. Actually, that's 40%. Chill. Because if you do that, and I know this because if you multiply, yeah, I'm a math person. Don't judge me. Well, you can. If you multiply 2 times 2, you get 4, and then multiply 5 times 2, you get 10. So 4 divided by 10 is 40%. Don't judge me. Okay, you can. I don't care. I like math. It's weird. I know. I have math. I do have a math mind. That's how my brain works. Oh, really? So, okay. So that's favorite and that's animal. Also, do they put them together? Because wait, why do they match the words together? And you're a dentist. Why do I'm just saying? Why are you telling me you're a dentist? That's none of your business. You've never insulted someone in Afrikaans, but you've used some offensive language without them knowing. Actually, it's kind of bad that I like that you did that part, the last part. But I'm also me. I am I don't know. I like sassy stuff. That's what I do. I wasn't trying to be a big brain. I just really like math. I'm sorry. I can't help it. You're probably good at, but it means you're probably good at, because typically people are not good at math are actually good at the opposite thing that I'm not good at. Like my sister, well, she's not opposite. She was well rounded. She's well rounded in all different areas. Like me, my weak point is English, as in when I say English, like writing and reading it, because of my dyslexia. It affects my fluency and pronunciation and other stuff. I'm good at math. Now, typically people that are really good at writing are not as proficient in math. I'm not saying it always like that. It's tend to be one or the other. I don't know. Don't judge me. Well, you can. I'm used to people judging me. I'm so used. Oh wait. So you excel at laziness. Oh my gosh, you're funny. That's not. Laziness is not a thing, though. It's not something to. I think, honestly, I don't think laziness is a bad thing because for me at least. Oh, I don't think I ever. Oh, you did say you were. Wait, did you tell me you were going? I don't remember you saying you were going. Oh, you did tell me you were going. My bad. I'm in my head a lot. You said interesting. Since giraffe is your favorite animal, have I ever seen one in person? I'm trying to think. I've been to the zoo. I'm trying to think. Have I ever seen one though? I don't know. That's a question. I literally don't remember. If I have, I don't remember, which is sad. It's ironic that I like what the heck is a professional what the heck do you mean a professional? There is no such thing as a professional procrastinator. You know that, right? That's not an actual title. You must have made that up, Nick. That's not a thing, you know. I don't for some reason I tend to doubt that you are a professional procrastinator. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, I feel like you procrastinate when you want to rest. Oh, hi, Sean. I know what you meant. You didn't have to say it. That's why I said procrastinator. I knew exactly what you meant. It's funny. I know. Wait, did you purpose? Wait a second. You know what I just thought? You could just mash the words professional and procrastinator together to give her procrastinator. Like a dork that I am, I thought that. I know. Hmm. It's like, you know what's ironic? You would think I wouldn't, that giraffes would not be my favorite animal because I'm terrified of heights. And they're tall, creatures. You're thinking about, what, going to the Philippines? Is that what you were meant to say? Uh, my brain is like drawing a fart. Hold on. I have those sometimes. Oh, what made you decide that? You want to do it for vacation or something? What's cute? Wait, what's cute? The thing about being scared of heights thing, or like that I like giraffes despite that I'm scared of heights. Huh? Is a hippopotamus? Oh my god! I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's really awesome. Are you surprising her? That's amazing. Go ahead. I'm for people when they people surprise other people. I'm yeah, let's just go. Mariah's just another. I don't know. I feel like I'm another species sometimes, because there's not many people like how I am. Um, I don't know. As a hippo, you had to just bring that up. Why do I feel like chill? Why do I feel like you were like a class clown in school and stuff? Like you like making people laugh. That's just the vibe I get. I don't know. And I promise I'm not I promise that I'm not like picking on you. I'm just because the way you think kind of similar to how I think sometimes when I'm being silly, which is not very often. Really? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't ever guess. Honestly, that's what I was, considered a quiet, reserved person. Always used to be like that. You would never guess because of how I am right now talking, because I wouldn't talk like much in social settings. I'm glad you think I'm cool. That makes me happy, but I'm just being myself, and I think one thing I did say today is I'm not really laughing. I wasn't trying to. I don't actually. Funny thing is, I don't really understand jokes. It's a sarcasm either. It's hard. I typically take everything literally. I know it's an autistic thing. I don't pick up on like behind the scenes or read between the line kind of thing. So I like that you gave a simplistic thought and it wasn't over too like I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't too broad, too vague because I probably would have not noticed that. No, I wasn't even trying to laugh at you, Jesus. I was just thinking that sounds ridiculous. So I laughed, kinda. Sorry. Not judging. Don't judge me. You can. Okay, well you can. I don't know. I try to be me, and sometimes it's off-putting. Sometimes people hate it. Some people love it. I don't really know. That's their choice. But I decided, and last year in April-ish, like April, I decided, Mariah, we're gonna start being ourselves. If you don't like it, that's their business. They do what I mean, good, not oh well. But it seems to be working. Well, thanks. And I'm glad to see more positive things being said about my appearance because it makes actually. I also believe that stuff that people say now, the positive things I didn't always, because I was bullied based on it. So sometimes if I'm in a certain headspace, I don't acknowledge what people say when it's even if it's kind. I think I don't always take their words to heart. So yeah, you judge yourself, really. I judge myself. Therefore, I will judge you all, but probably less harsher than myself. I don't know about that. I'm glad you think I could be a model. I don't. I am camera shy. I don't really like the camera. I literally if I take pictures of myself, it's fine, but I don't like other people taking pictures of me because I feel like I have to pretend to be something I'm not. Personally, I don't know if that comes because of being autistic, always feeling like I have to perform for people, just very upsetting at times. I don't know. I do feel like throughout time, throughout my life, I've had to put on a mask to pretend to be a certain person that was acceptable in society, and now that I'm being myself, some people accept it, some people don't. I mean, I know people seem to like that I'm very real and honest and direct. Not everyone likes that, but yeah. I literally I remember at work when I had the job I used to have, I really literally hated group pictures because I would literally try to hide in the back. I would try to hide and I couldn't hide. Yeah, I'm camera shy. My two sisters are photogenic. I'm definitely not. You said, how do I overcome the fear of streaming live? I don't. I literally stream when I'm scared. Like literally every time I stream, I'm terrified to do it. To be honest, because I have major anxiety. Even before I stream, I literally my anxiety comes really, very strong. Because of a personal wound. Talking out loud plus reading on camera like is triggered. Because I had a when I read out loud when I was little, I was laughed at. So it when I do it on when I read even when I'm reading my topic stuff for my Saturday streams, it's really difficult, and that's probably why I stumble a lot more. Plus my dyslexia comes into play, and that is probably heightened more. My anxiety's heightened more, so it makes me make more mistakes I typically probably wouldn't make. Well, I'm glad you're attracted to me, but I'm not looking for anything right now. So just to be aware. You said, I guess one of the plus points is that yeah, that's a good point. I am in control of what happens to the camera, and I'm also in control of what people say on the stream. If I think it's offensive, I just either ignore it or block. Um, yeah. So yeah, I just be myself, and it's hard. It can be hard sometimes. Like people, especially when the trolls come in, like when they come in hating stuff. Like one thing I'm glad about is that I put the comments on more strict, so it will catch some of the comments that um it will catch some of the stuff I do tend to catch things, but I don't always see everything, so it will automatically block things before like for example one of Nick's comments, even though it wasn't bad, the the thing picked up it possibly could be harming, so I read it and I didn't think it was gonna be a bad comment, but it will block it in order to protect me from any offensive things. I've had comments under that have been blocked for a reason, like one that said that I should be deported, and I don't quite understand that. I don't even know this person. Some random person thought that was good, but I blocked it before I read it, and then I deleted it, even though it was not ever didn't ever go through. So yeah, like it will catch things before like I catch it. Like I've had people mock my appearance, like that will be caught. Like certain things will be caught, and if I don't catch it, then it will catch it. So we're good. Funny story. You took a family photo last Christmas. Um, I try. I mean, I don't know. I'm not. I know I'm not an angel. I would never say I am. Even though I've been called that. I'm just imperfectly. I'm imperfectly perfect Mariah. That's what I call myself. That's what I go with. Posts online to Facebook, but she knows I don't like pictures or cameras, and she. What does that mean? She like put a silly made of wait. When you say impose the silly face, what's that mean? Does that mean like actually change their face on the picture? 'Cause I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're saying. Like I'm glad that you guys think it's good vibes. Not everyone likes me being this way. I remember in yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it didn't like one of the words you said, even though you didn't say anything rude. I saw it yesterday. I did see what you were talking about. Thank goodness it pushed it there so I could see it. Because that one time I didn't see anything in in the folder. Like sometimes I'll check the thing to see it because I've had multiple people. It wasn't just you, Nick. Other people's comments go to that thing, even though they weren't offensive. I will just read through them to make sure there are Oh, that's so wait, did you like that? That was done. Chill that they put the smiley face over your face. If so, then that's awesome. But if not, I don't know. You said the word that was blocked is opposite of sister. Oh, okay. I don't know then. I'm not sure why I did that. But why is brother? I wonder if they thought maybe they thought it was a personal thing, like personal, because maybe they thought you were referring to like me having any siblings. I don't have any brothers though, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I don't know what that means. What does that mean though? I literally don't know what that means. Scovy. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I literally don't know. Oh, hello, Marie. You said you were upset. You were upset. Oh, oh, you were laughing. I'm glad you were laughing at the picture. Yeah, I was. One thing I did, like under the post that you wrote, I saw when you wrote the second one. I did write that I am not Stardust. I'm not. I would not call myself a star. I'll never call myself a star. I'm just Mariah. That's all I am. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Um, I don't ever want. I do feel like sometimes people do the Oh, sorry. Do the parasocial thing, assuming that because I talk to them so much, I'm going to like there is a relationship that is not formed. Like for example, a personal connection that I didn't set, or if like one thing I will say is I respect everyone that respects my boundaries. Like people that don't respect my boundaries, I don't want anything to do with those people. Um, because that's not okay. Because I've definitely Nick and some other people know that I've had my boundaries broken before, and they know some of the past story because I shared it on the live stream, and it was really intense. It was hard to share, and so like I don't know if you say so, chill. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so I just think it's consent is very important, and when consent is broken, then you don't have anything. Um, Trust is broken because when consent is broken, trust is broken. There's harm done. I don't. It doesn't matter if it's physical, consent or any kind of emotional consent. It could be any. If I don't give consent for something, when someone says no, it means no. It doesn't mean yes, no. It doesn't mean maybe. It means no. And because I've had harm online from someone that doesn't even deserve me talking about them. And also that person made me feel like it was my fault, even though I wasn't my fault. And I know now it wasn't. I didn't realize back then. Even my therapist at the time was like, "Mariah, that's not your fault. You didn't cause that person to do that. They just did that because they're a crappy person." And assumed because they were talking to you, they can do whatever they want, which is inaccurate. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you think so. Um, Not many people think I'm a special person. Some people do care. I try. Well, I'm glad I'm helping you. I try my best. I know I'm not perfect, and not everyone is going to understand what I say. Not everyone's going to accept it. Some people are going to hate me for saying things. People do hate me for saying things because some people really don't. There are some people I don't like blatant honesty. Some people like being sugarcoated. I've never liked that. Probably to do with my mom. She's not sugarcoated, which I love about her. I don't like when people sugarcoat things. I literally tend to deviate. If someone does sugarcoat with me, I just tend to ignore them or dissociate myself with it because I don't want it. And I feel like it's not, to me, sugarcoating things makes it more harmful because eventually, if the person knows the truth and you weren't honest, then you've literally already damaged the whole situation. Like, I just tend to be really straight up front. Like with this guy that's not listening to me, I already told him that I don't want anything to do with that situation, and he didn't listen, so I just started ignoring him. I am so sorry. I think someone outside is screaming. One second, let me see. I don't know. I think it was my one. I think it was one of my neighbors. I think they were screaming. I wouldn't say I'm very smart. I'm just being me. I'm just very realistic. Um, I do draw a line. I've drawn a line, and I've decided. I've told myself and other people, I'm just not gonna like. I even said it on stream. I think I said I'm not gonna. Not, I'm just ignoring the person because I'm tired. I've already told you. I told I told the person honestly and upfront. I don't feel this way. But they don't listen. It reminds me of high school when I told this guy that I didn't have feelings for him in a way, but he literally wouldn't get it. Like he wasn't listening. He just kept acting like he didn't hear me. So this one time, because we lived in the same neighborhood, I don't know if we still live in the same neighborhood. I don't know if he still lives around here, but I remember because I would have to, because me and my sister had walked to school at one point because they didn't bring a bus down here because we lived right near this, not too far from the school. We would walk, and on the way home, sometimes because I have to walk past his house because he lives further up in the development than we do. I would walk past the house and I'm like, oh my gosh, is he there? Because that's literally what I would think. I remember this one time, I'll never forget it. This one time when I was in high school and I was picking up my sister. She was younger than me and she was getting off the elementary school bus. And I was standing up on the hill waiting because I was just being awkward and being myself. So the guy that had feelings for me like came over and like asked me out and I told him no and then I ran away. I know that's a weird response, but my brain was like, because I was like thinking, I already told you I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Like I don't get why you're not getting, I had. And then I remember I think he's a year younger than me at least. He was like every time, literally, I remember it. Every single time I would pass by him in the hallway, not on purpose. Every time he would see me, every time, even if he was talking to someone else, he would literally turn and like say every single time, "Hey, baby," like as if we're in a relationship. And I'm thinking, like, is this for real happening? So that's what this guy online is making me think of. It makes me think of the guy that lives in this, that at least either used to live in this neighborhood or still lives in this neighborhood. That I mean, maybe he didn't really. I don't think he was gonna do me any harm, Nick. But I just wasn't interested in him in that way. I know he wasn't. Um, he just liked me. I don't really know why. Hello. I don't know how to say your name. Is it C Slim? My bad if I'm wrong. I wish I knew what you said because I can't read. I cannot read. Is it Portuguese or is it? I hope it's Portuguese. My bad. But I made it clear. Point I made it clear with this guy. He keeps saying that he loves me. I don't know him. I told him. He said, "Why don't you love me?" Because I said, "I don't know you. I literally have no idea." Um. But I like, and so he keeps messaging me saying, "Hi, baby," and I'm just literally ignoring him. And the more he says it, the more I'm ignoring him. Because I'm thinking maybe he'll eventually get the point where I said I don't want that. Like I don't understand. If I tell you I don't want something, I don't. Is that a good thing? I look like your cousin. Wait, you mean like a double ganger? That's what you mean? Because I've heard I have a double ganger, but to me, I've had people that like I remember when I was talking to my ex, and I bring him up because he was, I was messaging him. And the reason I bring up my ex, I'm really good friends with him still, but so one of this one guy, I don't know what his problem is, but but so he thought because I was single, not my ex, but this other guy, he assumed because I was single and he liked me or whatever, that because I was single, I have to date him. So he like asked me out and I said no. And the next thing that happened after I said no, he was like cursing me out and everyone, even my other friend he's from Mexico, he was like, "Yeah, I just don't talk to him anymore because like literally that shouldn't have been the response because you say no to something. Like I don't get it." He said if you felt the urge to run away on the flip side. Well, also, yeah, I didn't know the guy from high school, the one from high school. I didn't really know him like that. I wasn't interested in him. But it was just not, I just felt really. Sometimes I get like vibes of a person. Like I don't know how to explain it to you. I get vibes of. I feel like sometimes I get vibes if a person's a good person. The two people online are not good. I just sense it. That person that did the sexual like violation thing through online video chat was not a good person. I didn't get those vibes at the beginning, but at the end I got it. Um, like sometimes I get vibes about people, and like yeah, to me, if you're that interested in me, if you're interested in somebody, you don't have to push yourself on that person. They'll just if they want to be with you, they'll just naturally like you. That's just a thought Mariah has in her brain, but I don't really know. They won't like I don't like people pestering me like to do things. That literally makes me turned off. Like I don't want to associate with someone that keeps pestering me into something. Like if I don't want to be with you, like accept it. Either you can be my life as a friend or don't be in it. That's fine. Like I don't get it. Like I understand you like me, whatever, but I'm allowed to say no. Same way as if, like, same thought is if I like some, like, I've had people I've liked, but they didn't like me that way. And I eventually got over it. I didn't do that thing like, oh, I like, I didn't do that thing where you just kept pestering them like over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like that, in my opinion, this person online has become could potentially become a stalker, which I'm not trying to have. If it becomes that part, if it becomes to a point where it's a stalker, it will be blocked immediately. I'm not playing. Because I've already in real life I've almost had stalkers more than once, which is actually really terrifying. My one of my former friends actually, her boyfriend was a kind of a stalker, even though she may not realize that. Me and my sister realized it. I remember that whole situation. That was horrible. Like literally, and the reason why I said it was horrible was because me and my sister, the girl, lived the girl who was one of my former friends. She lives 2 houses down from us, so literally he would be outside her house like walking back and forth. He knew we didn't like him. We told her not to date him. We told her because I could see the tendencies, the way he would literally always be around her, cling to her, and like it was creepy. That particular person, the one, we don't I don't know if he remembers where we live, but I don't know if he remembers where we live, but I'm not concerned about that. I don't want to be stalked. I'm good. It's not about that. Sometimes, also, typically, people tend to think my kindness for flirting. I don't quite understand. Sometimes my kind conversation becomes flirting, misconstrued as flirting when I'm actually just being kind. Don't know why. I'm just being me. Yeah, actually, when I was a teen, I remember the first time I ever remember being followed. You said, "You mean the one of your chat, the one that broke? Hold on, broken contact with. Do you mean the one that? Oh, you mean the one that I'm ignoring right now? No, I don't know them. They're from like India or somewhere in Asia. I think India. I think that's where he said he was from. What was I gonna say? So I'm good. Like I'm not. He's not the. They're not the first people that's ever done that to me. Like the first time I ever was followed, but this was not. This was an innocent follow. So this is not like a stalker follow. So this guy in. I think I was 8. I was 14. So we were in middle school. This time I didn't realize. I do know now that's not appropriate behavior, but back then I didn't know. His name was Axel. Like I do remember the people that did things. He didn't make me feel uncomfortable. I mean, I knew he liked me. I figured that out later. Because his friend like I thought it was a joke first off when he had asked me out and stuff. I'm glad you think I could be a model, but I don't really feel like I have the self confidence for that personally. I'm glad you think so, but oh yeah, what can I say? He would like, cause he would like, cause there was these steps. It was a interesting like this like the school had a back way you could walk towards. It would take you closer to this classroom I had to go in. So um yeah, so he'd follow me, but I didn't realize he was doing that at the time. And then I remember at times I would look back and see, but I'm like, okay, this is just because he might have had a class that way. I don't know if he did. He might have because those stairs are traveled. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to be managed. I don't want to be a model, so I'm good. La la. Oh yes. So my point is, and also in the reason I stopped going, I used to go to this church, and I'm not saying because of my religion or anything. Me and my sister had an experience with this guy. It made me freaked out. I literally had an anxiety attack for like hours after what happened. This guy, I don't know who I don't know, I swear. I feel like I caused the whole thing, even though I can't possibly cause someone to act irrational and weird. Um, like I was being kind and because I thought I knew the person and I feel like I definitely saw them at New Life, this other church I went to. So all I said was this. I said, "Do I know you?" And that's not. I wasn't being like facetious or like having like a weird intention. I was genuinely thought I saw them before. And so all ever since that one moment, I like had a like the person would be, "Oh, good night, John. Have a good night." So I had like this person would like literally beeline to me, and my sister, because of that situation, and like there was an issue where there was an incident where like I felt the person said something so inappropriate. I felt like if I was a teenager, because I look young, so does my sister. We look like we could have been high school students or younger than that. And so the person, I just felt naturally uncomfortable. I also don't know how to swim, which is great, because the person was acting like if we could come over to their house and like I'm not even. These are real stories for real. These literally happened to me. So it's not literally like these are not fairy tales. These are real stories, which actually scares me. I was literally thinking of pursuing a restraining order with this person because I felt that's how uncomfortable I felt. Like I literally had a panic attack because like when that person came like really close to me, I felt like, oh my gosh, are you gonna try to do something to me? Like that's literally how I thought. And I like when church was over, I like beelined to the area where I felt safest. And so like I told my mom and my dad, I said, I don't feel safe in the church because cause I remember us telling the pastor, and I feel like they said, trying to make it seem like they're just being weird or whatever. This is just natural behavior. And I didn't feel like they took it seriously. And I'm like, to me, if it made me feel very unsafe in the church, and it made me not ever want to go. And I told my sisters and my mom and everyone in the house, I was like, I don't feel comfortable ever going to another church because I don't feel like if something had end up happening like that again, I don't feel like we're gonna be able to leave. I didn't feel comfortable at all. Um, and it's I don't really like. I really kind of wish that at that time, even though I know it had been a lie, I wish I had told him. Like, I wish I had a boyfriend or someone that was my friend that was a guy and said, "Oh, this is my boyfriend." So then they would have in my opinion, he kind of propositioned us to come to his house, even though I wouldn't say it exactly like that. He was asking if we could come to his house, and we don't even know him like that. Like, it made me really uncomfortable. And if he had asked my youngest sister, I would have went off. I would have went off, because I don't play that game. Not my sisters. Like the first thought I had is I can't swim, and then because I said that, he asked my sister, and she said the same thing. I said it because it's the truth. I don't know how to swim, but I do almost wonder did God let that thought come into my mind? So if he was thinking any creepy crap, then literally it wouldn't like he could not it wouldn't happen because now you have lost access. Yeah. And I don't know. I just think it's weird to me that the people that are supposed to protect you in that situation weren't protective. Like the people, when we told people about it, people would, why are you laughing? I'm not being funny. I'm dead serious. I'm literally like, I think it's literally like insane to me. Tell people about something like that, and the thing, I feel like they didn't believe us, that's why, honestly, that's probably why people, when they're raped, they don't tell people because they don't feel believed. And I feel like that person could have, I did see in my head, like, I do sometimes, actually, sometimes I do see vision, and in my head, this is what I saw when that guy asked me that question that felt really uncomfortable. I saw him harming one of us, me or my sister, and that literally I was like, oh my gosh, thank God I said the answer I said. And if he had hurt my sister, he would that would have they would that was I guess I'd be in jail right now, and I wouldn't feel bad because I don't let anyone harm my sibling. Um, well, I don't know. Honestly, it depends on any other churches I've been to. Any other churches I've been to, I've never actually had experience like that. It just this particular church, and I didn't feel like I don't know. I don't know if it would be handled different if it was. I do know that I just don't think that pastor handled it well. But that's just maybe other people would be saying I'm overreacting because I remember. Yeah, people do use churches as a dating platform and stuff. I don't have a problem with people. They can do it if they want to. People have met in churches. That's fine. Like, but for me, that's I don't know. I mean, honestly, I've been on different websites before I met my ex. I'm glad those didn't work out because I mean, there was some. Actually, I've met a few. Like, I met a friend through a dating app. It was interesting. An actual friend that I became friends with like the relationship didn't work, but oh, I'm sorry, we didn't become in a relationship, but the guy's a sweet guy. But I feel like, and honestly, I'm not judging anyone that uses dating like apps. Like, I just didn't work for me, and that's okay. Like, I met my ex through a video game, which is quite interesting. Because I didn't expect it. It was right after I came out of this toxic relationship with my other ex who was emotionally and mentally abusive. So like I was like literally after that happened, I didn't want to date. So it was interesting how he came along right at the right. My ex, who was amazing, he literally is an amazing guy. He let me like he was the complete opposite of the ex I had before. He would get my ex before him would get mad at me when I was sick and wouldn't respond, and like literally would get mad when I had my acid reflux and didn't want to. I couldn't talk because sometimes like particularly if anyone knows what acid reflux does, it messes with your stomach, it messes with your throat, it makes you feel ill. Like mine would make me have nausea and feel sick a lot and things and like to me. So like when I would talk to my ex, at the, like my actual ex who is, I would consider him the first person to actually treat me right. Not the loser ex that was emotionally and mentally abusive, but the one who got this shirt here, the one who got this shirt for me that I really like. So yeah, he was the first person to make me realize that it's okay to be myself. I didn't always understand it, and like honestly, before I found out I had acid reflux, I thought it was something else because of my weight decline and stuff. I thought it was cancer, which caused me to get gray hairs because I stressed myself to the point where I worried. Yeah, I have like gray hairs throughout my head. I love this shirt so much because it really, literally, I do like the shirt also that I have on, but my ex didn't buy that one. I bought that one. I love this shirt because I love caterpillars, so he knew I love caterpillars, and hello, and so it made me happy because not most people get get it, like get that I like things that are not common. I know other people like caterpillars. I literally love caterpillars. I used to when I was a kid. I used to and I still want it to happen today. Like I'd still do it today if I saw any caterpillars. I like the caterpillar going on my hand and like moving up and down the hand. It's something about the feeling of it, and probably it's a stem. Its stem is typically what autistics feel. I don't know how to explain it, but and same thing with worms, but I like caterpillars more. I think. I don't like butterflies. It's ironic because caterpillars turn into butterflies or moths. Which I didn't always know that fact about the moth thing. Thoughts of gecko. I'm not into lizards like that. Sorry. Um. I literally love. Wait, what? No. You like. Wait a second. What'd you just say? Are you trying to say you're gonna kill the caterpillar? That's not nice. Excuse me. Chill. Chill. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Wait. You're talking about the caterpillar. Oh, you're talking about the. Wait a second. Wait. Was it a caterpillar? I thought it was like. Oh yes, it was a caterpillar. I forgot about that. I don't know. Now that I have to look at it. Now that you said that, I have to. It kind of looks like that. I see what you mean. Um. Yeah. So. Hmm. I don't know if I want dinner today. I ate twice, so that's my goal. Eat twice a day. I don't know. Do I want dinner tonight? I'm not sure. I have to think about it. And I say that because I don't always like eating 3 meals. I haven't been eating 3 meals for a while, actually. Honestly, I should be grateful that I eat 2 meals because at one point I was just eating one or skipping meals. So, yeah, that's the thing. Does it suck to have an eat disorder? Yes, it does. Why does it matter wait, why do you want to know what I ate? Is there a particular reason why you want to know what I ate? No, I don't. It's not fasting. It's not a fasting. It's called I would force myself not to eat. I don't do fasts. I purposely would not eat because I have an eating disorder. So yeah, I would purposely force myself not to eat, even if I'm hungry. I was like, yeah, we're not eating. But I've gotten it better, a lot better under control. I know. Because fasting is a choice. Not eating because you have an eating disorder is, I don't want to be like that. I don't like it. It's like part of, it's funny because I have two sides of my mind. One side's like, Mariah, we're fine. We don't have to eat. Literally, because basically I can kill, basically I'm saying I can self-harm myself by not eating. The other side's like, Mariah, we have to eat. Let's go and eat food because we need it in our body to nourish ourselves. What's my channel about? It's a disability, I have a lot of disability content on here. That's what it's about. Helping. It's just creating a safe space for everyone in the disability community. Not that it, and it also includes people that, or sorry, is inclusive for people that don't have disabilities to learn more about it. Um, no, I need to eat. You cannot. You if you want to not eat, that's your choice. I'm not allowed to skip meals. I tell myself that, and I'm not gonna let anyone else tell me I can't. I'm not supposed to eat. Um, well, if you don't want to eat, that's your choice. I have to eat. I've told myself if I stop eating at all, I'm going to make myself sick. Like I have to eat. Like because there was points where I literally looked really sick. I could have died honestly. And the reason I started eating again was because my parents both said that I looked really sick to the point where I think they thought I would probably have to go to the hospital. Probably they didn't say that, but I'm pretty certain that's what they were thinking. So. And I don't, for me, I don't joke on my eating disorder because I could have died. I could actually, I've already harmed my heart because of that. So I have to be very careful that I don't push it over the line because once that's damaged, more, I probably will end up eventually going into cardiac arrest. Do I eat veggies? Sometimes. Any other questions? Because I'm gonna go soon because I don't want to. I know for some people it's really, really, really late or early in the morning. I am taking it seriously because also it wasn't even just my parents that made me think about my health. I thought about it because I don't. I also thought about if my parents ever found me. I don't want them to be scarred in that image of seeing their daughter like that. And also, my best friend when she told me she tried to watch my video about my eating disorder, but she couldn't finish it. It made my heart sad. There are people that I really care about, and I don't want them to find out that I died like that. Oh, thanks. Um, any last questions before I go? Because I don't want to keep up everyone's. Well, I'm glad. I hope you enjoy whatever you watch on the channel. My brain is having a brain fart. Your name is. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. You said it is Scovy, right? Or if it's something else, tell me please, because I hate saying names wrong. And thank you, Lewis. No more questions. Okay. No questions, guys. No more questions. You think that's all from you? Well, I love chatting with all of you guys, even the people that are new. As long as they're respectful. And so far, everyone was respectful. I hope Jason wasn't upset about something and I didn't know. I really hope that didn't happen without me acknowledging, because sometimes things happen in the chat and I don't always notice them and it's not intentional. Um, I love you guys as always. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And anyone that hasn't voted for the topic that you want for my birthday stream, please vote. Uh, thanks for guys for watching. Love you guys. Bye.